You've seen them darting around your feeder, but did you know hummingbirds remember every flower and feeder in your yard? One morning, they return to a feeder you moved. The next, they ignore a new one. Stay to the end, because we reveal how their memory works like a GPS map without the tech. Number 1. Your hummingbirds aren't just flitting from flower to flower. They're creating detailed mental maps of your yard. They use color and scent as memory markers, associating specific hues with the location of nectar-rich flowers. This ability is so precise that they can remember the exact spot where a flower grew, even if it's been weeks since they last visited. A 2016 study from the University of British Columbia found that they can distinguish between 20 different flower colors and tie them to nectar availability. This means your yard is more than just a place for them to feed. It's a living map they navigate with uncanny accuracy. What this means for you is that planting a variety of flowers can create a dynamic, ever-changing landscape they'll keep returning to. Beyond color, hummingbirds rely on scent to reinforce their memory of locations. This olfactory sense helps them identify flowers that are not just visually striking, but also rich in nectar. Their brains are wired to store spatial information in ways that resemble the memory systems of rodents, allowing them to recall feeder positions even after long absences. This remarkable ability isn't limited to stationary landmarks. Hummingbirds also time their visits to flowers based on the time of day when nectar is most abundant. Research from the University of Arizona shows that they can remember these patterns and adapt their schedules accordingly. This means your hummingbirds are not just reacting to your yard, they're actively planning their foraging routes. Their mental maps are not static, they're dynamic. What's even more fascinating is how hummingbirds use memory to anticipate changes in their environment. They don't just react to what's there today, they plan for what might be there tomorrow. This predictive ability allows them to thrive in landscapes that shift with the seasons, whether through blooming flowers or shifting light patterns. Your yard becomes a puzzle they solve daily, and they're never quite the same 2 days in a row. The next time you see a hummingbird zipping around your garden, know that it's not just feeding, it's navigating, learning, and remembering. This intricate mental mapping is just the beginning of the secrets your backyard birds are keeping. Number 2. The role of color in their navigation is more than just a pretty sight. Imagine your yard as a map, and the colors you choose are the landmarks that guide them home. Bright red feeders act like neon signs in the forest, catching the eye of hummingbirds who have evolved to see far beyond our visible spectrum. These tiny birds, with their ultraviolet vision, can detect patterns and colors we can't even begin to imagine. This ability helps them locate flowers and feeders with ease, making your yard a hotspot for their daily travels. What this means for you is that the colors you select can turn your backyard into a beacon of activity and life. Every shade and hue plays a part in the silent language of nature, and your yard is now part of that dialogue. Hummingbirds, for instance, are drawn to red and orange because these colors signal to them the promise of rich nectar, a discovery made by scientists at the University of Washington. They learn to associate these colors with food, creating a mental map of where to find sustenance. This habit makes them repeat visitors, returning again and again to the same spot, just like a loyal friend. Your thoughtful use of color can influence their behavior in ways you might never have imagined. It's not just about beauty, it's about creating a welcoming and familiar environment for these remarkable birds. What you might not realize is that the very colors you choose can also become part of their memory, guiding them through your yard like an invisible road. These tiny travelers use color not just as a beacon, but as a signpost, reminding them of where they've been and where they need to go. Over time, they may even begin to favor certain spots or feeders, creating a rhythm to their visits. This connection between color and memory is a powerful one, shaping the way they interact with the world around them. And as you continue to explore the subtle ways your yard communicates with your birds, you'll uncover even more secrets hidden in the hues you select. Number 3. Your backyard is more than a visual playground. It's a scent-driven mystery for hummingbirds. These tiny detectives use their keen sense of smell to track down feeders, much like a hiker follows a trail of breadcrumbs. Imagine your yard as a map, with each feeder leaving behind a faint, invisible trail. Hummingbirds, with their highly developed olfactory systems, can detect these scents from as far as 10 feet away, according to a 2015 study from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. This ability allows them to find food without relying solely on sight. What this means for you is that even the most camouflaged feeders can be discovered by these clever birds, adding a layer of surprise to your backyard watching experience. Beyond just detecting scents, hummingbirds remember them. Scientists from the University of California, Berkeley, have found that these birds can recall the scent of feeders they've visited before, creating a mental map of their feeding routes. This scent memory is especially useful when multiple feeders are scattered around your yard, each with its own unique scent signature. By recalling these scents, hummingbirds can efficiently return to favorite feeders, avoiding the need to explore every corner of your garden. Their ability to navigate complex environments with such precision is a testament to the power of smell in the animal kingdom. This hidden guide of scent allows them to thrive even in the most crowded Berkeley habitats. What happens when these scent trails are interrupted or altered? Hummingbirds may need to recalibrate their mental maps, leading to fascinating moments of observation in your yard. Their reliance on scent can be both a strength and a vulnerability, making them sensitive to changes in their environment. This complex relationship between smell and navigation reveals a world of unseen interactions in your backyard. Understanding this hidden guide can deepen your appreciation for the hummingbirds that visit your feeders daily. And as you continue to observe, you may start to notice other secrets your yard holds. Number 4. Hummingbirds are not just tiny birds flitting about. They're memory powerhouses, capable of learning the exact layout of your yard in under 20 minutes. Imagine being able to memorize a complex route as quickly as a human can read a map, and that's precisely what these feathered marvels do. Researchers from the University of Toronto have found that they rely on a mix of visual and spatial clues, much like humans use landmarks and street signs. This means your hummingbirds can pinpoint your feeders with surprising precision, even on their first visit. What this means for you is that once you set up a feeding station, they'll likely return again and again, as if they've already mapped out your yard. It's a reminder that even the smallest creatures can have impressive cognitive skills. What's even more fascinating is the kind of memory hummingbirds use. Scientists believe it's a type of episodic memory, allowing them to recall not just places, but specific events tied to them. Think of it like remembering not only where you left your keys, but also the feeling of the room you were in when you did. This kind of memory helps hummingbirds avoid empty feeders and return to ones that are full, making them incredibly efficient foragers. Their brains, though tiny, are packed with neurons that enable this kind of complex learning. This ability doesn't just help them survive, it helps them thrive in your yard, where they can easily adapt to changes in their environment. It's a reminder that even the most delicate creatures can have powerful, adaptive minds. And here's something even more intriguing. Hummingbirds can use this memory to track changes in their surroundings, like when a feeder is moved or a flower blooms. This learning ability is not just instinct, it's a skill they refine over time, much like a person learning to navigate a new city. As they become more familiar with your yard, they might even begin to explore new areas, seeking out nectar-rich flowers you hadn't considered. This adaptability means your yard is not just a stopover for them, it's a place they can call their own. And if you keep feeding them, they might even teach their young how to find their way. The next section will reveal how these little learners pass on their knowledge to the next generation. Number 5. Why do they keep coming back to the same feeders? It's not just habit, it's strategy. Birds like hummingbirds are brilliant at assessing their needs and making calculated decisions. They remember where the most rewarding feeders are, even if it means flying farther. They're not just seeking food, they're optimizing their energy expenditure. This behavior shows how much they rely on memory and experience to thrive. What this means for you is that consistency in feeding can create loyal visitors. These feathered visitors are like tiny scientists, testing and retesting their environment to find the best options. They use scent cues from the feeders, learning over time which ones offer the richest rewards. Studies, like one from the National Audubon Society, show they can remember feeder locations for months, even when the feeders are moved. This memory is a survival tool, allowing them to return to reliable sources when resources are scarce. Their choices aren't random, they're informed and purposeful. It's a reminder that your yard is a place they depend on for more than just a quick snack. Imagine a hummingbird weighing the cost of a longer flight against the richness of the nectar waiting for it. It's a daily calculation, one that's as precise as any math problem. These birds are not just coming back, they're making a calculated investment in their survival. As you keep your feeders consistent, you become part of their trusted network. But what happens when seasons change? That's a question you'll soon want to answer, as the birds begin to shift their patterns in ways you might not expect. Number 6. The secret to their amazing memory lies in something surprisingly tiny yet incredibly powerful: their brain. Despite being no larger than a jelly bean, a hummingbird's brain is packed with remarkable abilities. The key is the hippocampus, a region responsible for memory and navigation, which is unusually large for such a small bird. This gives them the edge they need to remember flower locations and return to them with precision. What this means for you is that your yard can be a vibrant map of food sources for these tiny travelers. Their brain size may be small, but its capacity is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine a bird with the memory of a seasoned traveler, able to recall the exact location of nectar-rich flowers even after months away. This isn't just luck, it's science. A 2018 study from the University of Texas revealed that hummingbirds have a hippocampus that's 3.5 times larger than expected for their body size. This gives them an almost superhuman ability to remember and navigate their environment. Every time they visit a flower, they're not just feeding, they're mapping out a complex network of resources. This makes your yard not just a place to visit, but a crucial part of their mental landscape. This enlarged hippocampus doesn't just help them find food, it shapes how they interact with the world. Hummingbirds can store spatial information more efficiently than most birds, allowing them to thrive in complex, ever-changing environments. Your garden becomes a stage for their daily performances as they dart from bloom to bloom with uncanny precision. This is more than just memory, it's survival. And it's a reminder that even the smallest creatures have the most intricate minds. What happens when this remarkable brain meets the next chapter of their journey? That's a mystery we'll unravel next. You wake to the sound of wings, delicate and familiar, as if the world itself has paused just for you. The ruby-throated hummingbird hovers, not just in the air but in your heart, a tiny guardian of the quiet moments you never knew you needed. It doesn't just remember you, it carries the weight of your presence in its journey. In its wings, you see the echo of your own longing for connection, for belonging. Science may explain its migration, but here, in this moment, you feel something deeper. A whisper of the universe saying, you are not alone. In that stillness, you feel the bridge between the seen and the unseen. This little creature, no larger than a coin, holds the weight of your soul's quiet yearning. It is not just a bird, it is a mirror, reflecting the parts of you that science cannot name, your wonder, your hope, your faith in something greater than yourself. You realize that love is not always spoken, but sometimes visited, like an old friend who returns when you least expect it and never leaves again. Next time you see a hummingbird, take a moment to appreciate the incredible map in its mind. What's one thing you'd like to share about your backyard birds? I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to comment below, share this video with a fellow bird lover, and keep coming back for more secrets from your own backyard.